1, 0.
Why?
Hey guys, welcome to
off.
Orphans the American Dream. Sorry
Why?
we're 41 minutes late.
All right, welcome back to Orphans. So last we left off is you guys all fought a bunch of like hellhounds in a forest fire, and
almost burned to
Wait, I thought we were
almost
playing
burned
an
to death.
apocalypse game. When did we start playing D&D again?
You guys did a little mini session, so I had to like converge the universes for a little bit to give you guys a taste of D&D while you still played this.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit of a crossover. There were just some hellhounds. Gorath was there too, but he wasn't like present.
Where I started the fire, right?
It was saving Harambe.
Yeah.
Hey, as long as we didn't start the fire, because it was always burning. You know, as the world is turning. We didn't start the fire.
All right. Go back to the old episode. Okay, so anyway, so that's kind of where we left off. Josh officially left the party until further notice, kind of a thing. And we will open up with a scene with you, Jared.
Me.
So Jared, you are in the wasteland, and you are approaching a city, and you have a bounty in this city. This is after the apocalypse.
There's a bounty on me, or I'm after a bounty?
You're after a bounty. Well, you don't. There could be a bounty on you. I don't know. I might make that up later, but you have a bounty in this city. What is this bounty?
It's a serial child napper.
Okay.
He breaks through people's windows and snatches their kids up.
Puts their kids to bed for them.
Oh, no.
Yeah, serial napper. He gives them a nap. Puts them to bed. He leaves.
So he's just like a really good dad.
Yeah, for people who have really good dads.
So you approach the city, and you're looking for this serial kidnapper. And did you have like any specific like, obviously you're wearing like your outfit, right? Like your mercenary outfit.
Oh yeah. Back in the old days, he was an edgelord. Had the gaudy black combat armor and dual katanas. Typical edgelord stuff.
Edgelord stuff.
Mm-hmm. As opposed to the pillar of virtue he is today.
Okay. And when you would approach a city like this, and there were like guards on duty, how would you handle something like that? So like, do you have like a specific like universally recognized like bounty hunter thing?
I doubt there are too many people going around with 2 katanas, so I'm probably at that point.
You have like a little bit of a reputation to yourself.
As long as I've been in that area for a little while.
Okay, yeah, we can say that you've been in that area for a little while. So they kind of recognize you as like, this guy's out for somebody. And I think they kind of stop you, and they're like, excuse me. Did you have like did they call you Jared? Like, did they know you as Jared, or like, did they have like a nickname for you, or?
Oh, the Black Swordsman, of course.
Black Swordsman.
David?
Okay.
David gets it.
I don't understand.
What?
No, it's a Berserk reference.
Oh, okay.
Some nerd watching this one would appreciate that.
Yeah. They're like, Black Swordsman, are you here for a bounty?
Yep.
Who are you after? What did they do?
They're stealing your children, so I'm gonna kill them and make money doing it. Is there a problem?
So who would pay you for this?
Probably a parent.
Okay. Yeah. So
parents.
So somebody
Probably
approached you and is like, avenge my. Yeah.
It was just like, hey, this dude has stolen a couple of our children. We've come together to get like a bounty. It's probably not much, but it's the principle.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. So I think it's probably like this person was stealing children from different cities and ended up in this one. And so you're hunting them down to try to get justice, kind of a thing. So I think they kind of just are like, all right, well, who is it? Do you know who? Do we know who this person is? Did you know who this person is?
Do I know who this person is?
I don't know. Did they just like draw you a picture? Like, how would you know who you were after?
Well, I'd probably try to get like a description from some of the people there, and then if they didn't have anything, go to some of the neighboring like smaller towns, see if any of them knew anything.
So you kind of do some investigating and stuff first.
Yeah.
Okay, so so let's say you've done the investigating, and you're here, and you know who it is, and you're like, it's John Smith, and
the John Smith. Whoa.
The John Smith kidnapper.
Oh wait, that's a pseudonym.
So they're like, we don't know anybody by that name. Maybe they're not here because they just like don't want to let you in the city.
Oh well, if he's not here, there won't be a problem then. I need to restock before I go to the next city.
And they could totally see through your lie, but they both just kind of look at each other, and like one of them like wipes some sweat away.
Oh, he's not even like trying to.
Right.
he knows.
Yeah, and I think they're just like, okay. I don't think that we should. And the other guy is like, hey, dude, this is the Black Swordsman. Let him in. and they both are just kind of like, okay, and they let you through. Do you say anything snippy on your way out, on your way in, or
thanks, gents, and then I just walk away.
Okay, so let's say you do a little bit of like you've done a lot of research, so you like know who this is, and I think you probably go to like some sort of like public place or some sort of like saloon or whatever it would be, like town center kind of an area, or like the marketplace or something like that. Let's say the marketplace, and like you walk through, and like everybody as they see you just kind of like gives you space, and then I think you're kind of looking around and you like spot your prey and they book it. Like they were trying to hide behind something and they just like start running. So you like know for sure, like, oh, okay, this is the guy.
Yeah. Well, I book it after him.
All right, Jared, give me an athletics roll.
Do you want me to give you the old me athletics roll or the current me athletics roll?
Current you athletics roll.
Oh boy, that's not good. I got a 1.
Okay, I'm not going to make you spend a fate point on that, but I think I'm not going to allow you to spend a fate point on that, but I don't think you would anyway. So I think you fail. I think he like escapes, and like the other people in the town are just like thankful that you like drove him away. Like a woman comes up to you and is just like, oh, thank you. I don't think he'll ever be back. You protected us. I suspected that he was a bad man, but I didn't know. What did he do?
Well, he's been kidnapping children, and you don't need to thank me because I didn't succeed. So he's still alive. Like, well,
kidnapping children? Well, that's terrible. Well, you protected my children. Thank you very much.
Oh well. If he comes back, make sure somebody kills him. See ya. And I'd probably do like a little like perimeter of the city, see if I can find where he went. But I don't have a very good investigate, so I doubt I find it.
So I think as you're like on top of a roof, you see something very strange with like the woman that came and thanked you, and you see her eyeing a child in the marketplace, and as you watch long enough, she goes and like grabs a kid while their parent isn't looking, and like runs into an abandoned building.
Oh. Okay then. I'm not going to be able to stealth. I've got a -1 to that. Is there any other way out of that building?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. I'd probably like wait a good like 5 to 10 seconds and then burst through the door.
Okay, yeah. And I think as you do, you see her like putting the kid in a chair and like with a gag in a little boy's mouth and like tying up his legs and arms to the chair.
Gotcha. So I'm just like leaning on my sword. I'm like, so what's this?
She spins on you and is just like, oh, hi. And she acts so different now. She's like, hi, I see you've found me. Oh, this is awkward. And she like pulls out a knife and puts it to the kid's throat.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna not even give her a chance to talk, but okay, that's I'll be like, yeah, you should not do that.
I should not do.
I'm just walking closer.
This?
Like this whole time, I'm just walking closer. Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy.
This Jared doesn't care.
As in like doesn't care if the kid dies.
Yeah. He figures if he kills her, it'll save more lives than not.
Whoa. Holy crap. Well,
and he's going through the logistics. There's a good chance she'll be phased by this and won't do it anyway.
Right, yeah.
If not, killing her's top priority.
Yeah. I think
can I roll a provoke?
Yeah, why don't you roll provoke?
Yeah. Oh, oops.
Difficulty 3.
Oh, wow.
Holy crap.
She pees herself. I succeeded with style. She pees herself.
It's a 7.
Okay, yeah.
She pees herself her and, like falls to the ground.
Her like very in control like demeanor just like disappears and like she's like smiling, but tears just start like streaming down her face and she doesn't know what to do and she pees herself and falls over. And like how does that go over? Or she's just on the ground.
I just like execute her.
Yeah, you just cut off her head and
yeah. Then I untie the kid and like, you think you can find, you know where your parents are at?
And he's just like he nods at first, and then he's just like, no, I have no idea.
Okay, let's go find your parents.
He's just like, let me go, please.
That was the whole point of this. You're free.
Right. No, and well, you like untie him, and he's like I don't want to go with you, kind of a thing. Like, just let me go.
Okay, go find your parents, kid.
Okay, yeah. So he just runs off, like, and just starts like screaming like "mommy, daddy" as he runs outside. And I think maybe we get a shot of you like looking back towards the body, or do we get a shot of like you specifically like you cut off her head and just like turn away and don't give her a second glance?
I'd probably pick up the head and like throw it at the guard's feet, like, yeah, this one's been kidnapping children. Why don't you do your job better? And then I leave.
Okay. Super cool. Okay, so we zoom out as you're like leaving the city, and we see the globe spin and the nukes go off, and then an extra nuke goes off, and then just gotta throw that in there sometimes just to give you guys a little tinge of guilt. And we zoom back in with
it was an accident, a complete accident.
Don't worry, it's 100% my fault. So.
We zoom back in with you, Jared, and we zoom in on like your eyes, and we, as the audience, don't see anything yet, but Jared does, and you guys are seeing the facility, but like the audience doesn't get to see it yet. So like, what are you guys saying? Give me like a classic. You're watching a show and everybody's talking about something, and you think it's something, and then you find out it's something else. If you guys could think of it, otherwise that's fine. If you guys don't want to do that,
that's a big building. Is it a big building, Connor?
Yes, yes, very much so.
Typically, silos are underground.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to give us
you
a
guys were
description?
going to you guys are going to Montana, correct? That was the place you guys went to.
Do you want to bring the map up?
Yeah, so I can show you guys exactly what the
I have no idea where we're at right now. Oh, I see Caleb.
That's where I live right now.
Really?
That's me. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he put himself in there. Oh. So I'm sending you guys the actual location of the place you guys are at, like in real life, kind of a thing. Or did I just send it to Jared?
You sent it only to me.
But yeah, that would be Montana.
Thanks, I guess.
You guys go.
Yeah. So, the Malmstrom.
Malmstrom. Yeah.
Good name. They could have called it Maelstrom.
Yeah. But they wanted to be gender inclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
does it mean gender neutral? I mean, that's kind of what
I moved the square up to where you guys are. So you guys moved quite a ways. This is probably at least a week or two later.
Okay. So we're at the Maelstrom base.
Malmstrom.
No, I'm saying that's what it's called now.
Okay, Maelstrom. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, the M's gone, so they just assumed that. Oh, Maelstrom. That makes way more sense.
What happened was on the sign, the M turned over, and now it looks like an E.
Yeah.
So let's say I can't really quite tell elevation.
Let's see. The elevation of the airfield is 3,471 feet.
That's really high.
Well, so you guys are looking up at it then. So you guys are probably like somewhere to the left of it.
Right here.
But what's the height of the rest of the town? Because if it's the same, then
yeah, I'm not sure how to tell elevation on like Google Maps.
Yeah, there's a terrain option, but it's not very helpful.
I don't think it's
there you go. No, the actual terrain one it shows the elevation. Yeah, it's kind of actually in a dip.
Okay, perfect.
So we could be up on a hill.
Yeah, so you guys are up on a hill, like in the city somewhere, and looking down on it. Just for coolness effect, how about you guys are on the 87 highway, and you guys are like on a bridge and overlooking it. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, I probably have a pair of binoculars, and I'm just like looking, and then Jared says, "That's a big building." And I'm like, I mean, it's several buildings, but yeah. What do we see? What do we actually see, Connor? Like, is there, because it's an air base, it's an Air Force base. So like, are there planes? Is there movement? Like, are there people around? Or does it look abandoned?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just wanted to get a reaction of you guys first, but it'll help to understand what you're looking at. So Caleb's upside down now. That's funny. Haha, that's so funny. Anyway, so you guys see like currently, like as you guys are there, like you see a helicopter like coming from the north and like landing on top of the building, and there's some like soldiers and stuff like that on top of the roof, and like Caleb, with your binoculars you can see them like in through the windows and stuff like that, and there's definitely an operation going on here, and there's a heck of a ton of soldiers.
Can I make a roll to like actually get more detailed information than that on like what kind of thing they're doing? Like a notice roll?
Yeah, you can. I'm not sure how I would what you would be able to
you have at least a +1 notice, right?
But
so you can get +2 altogether. Okay.
Yep.
They might have better notice skill than you. I'm not sure. David might have a better. Oh, okay.
I have 2.
Right. Okay.
Unless David increased his to 4 recently.
Yeah, did we get an increase after last?
Oh, got a skill point, yes.
Oh, yes, you guys did.
Oh man, I was supposed to like redo everything on my character sheet, and I didn't.
Oh no!
I totally forgot.
Just do it while we're.
Yeah.
Also, I do have a 4 notice now.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Oh, okay. So
you should roll then, and so I hand you the binoculars after I say that, and give it a look. What do you think?
Difficulty 5, David.
So I'm like, that's a lot of fence line. Let's see what we got.
What?
Right.
So yeah, I just got it. I'm like, I imagine they probably have it under surveillance, but without, I mean, it's a lot of empty land. Without getting closer, we won't be able to see much.
I guess you're right. How do we want to approach though?
So is everybody here? You guys can decide. Like, if like you got close and you guys left the bus with everybody else, and you three just went on a little scouting mission.
If we, well, I don't know. The only people we would bring are combat capable people that can stay quiet.
I think it's probably just us 3 right now.
Okay.
Looking over.
You guys can go back and report, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Or not report if you don't want to.
Yeah.
So huge building. And there's a lot going on, lots of people going in and out. But you can't figure out more than that.
I'm like, Caleb, where would the nuke be? Or well, I guess David, since you're doing, or just both of you, where do you think the nuke would be? Here.
I mean, underground, I assume.
Well, thanks, Sherlock, but like, how do we get to it?
My first guess would be to point out an officer, maybe someone high enough that we could get some information, but low enough that they're not going to be missed immediately, and then see what we can find out.
Torture. Gotcha.
Well, that's not what I...
We've got bad cops back.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
I mean, they're Nazis. They're not like real people.
Oh, this base is enormous.
Yes.
It's like this entire map, practically, like this entire region.
Mm-hmm.
Like this fence covers most of it.
Yep.
Well, okay, that's not true. But like,
hi, Ruth.
Yeah. It like has a whole stuff encircled into it, I think. Is that the fence there, maybe? I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on. Anyways, yeah. I mean, I assume. Oh, what is this? Oh, this looks promising. There's a giant, like, circular space with just like it looks like a staircase into the ground. I don't know if you can see that.
That does indeed seem promising.
I don't see anything else super obvious. I imagine you probably wouldn't have it right next to all the other buildings. It seems like you probably wouldn't want to store your nukes next to your house.
You'd think that, but they're weird people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't get a whole lot from your notice, so I assume like our best option is to probably try to capture someone and get some information on them.
The real question is, are we capable of being stealthy enough to do that?
No, probably not. I think it might be a better plan if we just go to one of these outer clusters to find a person, make as much noise as possible, and then leave. And maybe we can draw people there, and then go to where we actually want to be.
Can either of you guys make explosives?
No, but I imagine the military can, and that's where we're at. So we just gotta find
back
some.
to the stealth. I miss Josh.
Well, most of the time, speed can replace stealth. Just gotta hit him hard enough.
I mean, I mean, at that point, I would just stand up and say, "I got it," and then walk off by myself.
Yes, Caleb's stealthy boy now.
Yeah, just try like, okay. Grab on my rifle. But we have Elizabeth. Elizabeth could do it.
Oh
yeah.
She's like a stealth god.
Although I don't know if we'd send the child into the military.
No, that seems like a bad idea.
Do it.
That gives Connor too much narrative power.
Yeah, it probably would.
Oh, man.
All right,
Hey,
so
I've been a really nice GM.
Nicer than Caleb.
I don't want to be held to that standard.
Dude, you almost killed me twice the first shot in the both side stories we did.
Listen, Jared, I let you get away with a bunch of stuff that Connor would not have let you get away with. Let's be real about that.
Connor wouldn't let me implant the soul of a Harambe the hero.
No.
My familiar.
No, he would not.
So anyway,
I take it back.
So real quick, I had a question. What did we figure out that I was gonna do in terms of switching around my skills?
You were going to switch around
floor.
You were gonna
improve
to your lore and drive, so that your lore was +1, and then
yeah, the biggest things we need right now are lore, drive, and stealth.
Yeah,
you were going to,
and then you were going to switch stealth with lore, so you had +3 in it, and then you were going to drop your lore buff. Like a stunt or stealth stunt, and probably just make one of those.
So that means I'll have a lore of 4.
It would be 3, right?
Well, I have a skill point to add.
Yeah, that's right.
Or sorry, not lore of.
Stealth of 4. Yeah.
Stealth of 4.
You just increased lore to 4 though.
Lore of 1.
Oh, now it's fixed. Okay. Yep, and a drive of 0.
And a drive of 0. Boom. Okay.
Probably drop your.
I need to drop my.
I think you changed.
I need to drop my outdoorsman stunt.
Yep.
And my lone wolf stunt because it's for lore. Jared.
Actually, I don't think that was.
It was. Yeah, it was.
I didn't see lore anywhere in that one.
Wait, where did it? Oh crap! I can't.
Oh, you can't bring the text back. I guess it doesn't matter.
That's so weird. I literally can't. I don't know why. Yeah, I think it might have been when I'm in the but I think it still was like when I'm in the wilderness. Which is not.
Yeah, it was a wilderness thing, but I don't think it was lore. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Because I just want to be good at stealth generally.
Yeah.
Jared, are we keeping the good cop, bad cop thing, or did you change that?
I changed that for.
I think you were going to make one that was like you're good at stealth and combat.
Yeah,
like when
it was going to be something like that. I'm gonna look real quick at what I got. Yeah, so I'll probably get another stunt that is another rapport stunt to replace my good cop 1, and then 2 stealth stunts. Let me see if I can find these quick. Okay, so I was gonna get. What should that one be called? The one where I'm like good with stealth and combat.
It should be called good at stealth and combat.
Has to be clever, Connor.
That was clever.
Well, you could call it sneak attack.
Yeah. Just sneak attack in all caps with exclamation points.
Yeah.
And then your
It doesn't work if you yell at Sokka.
Yeah, that could be the name of your second stunt. It doesn't work if you yell at Sokka.
And that it would be for creative advantage, probably, right? Is what I'd be doing that for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
create advantage.
It's rare. I think that you roll stealth not creating advantage.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to get this stunt that I found called Backstab. You can use stealth to make physical attacks provided your target isn't already aware of your presence.
Oh,
nice.
wow.
That's cool.
That's huge.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I can just attack with stealth.
I imagine that should just be use stealth instead of fight if they don't know you're there, right? Like that sounds.
And that's basically what it means, but yeah.
Right. Although I guess the way it's worded, you can do shooting as well.
Yeah, I guess physical attacks is a very weird.
Yeah.
That's from the fake core book, though. So
no, I think physical attacks and range attacks are different in their heads.
That's what I would think.
Wouldn't it be? I mean, shooting someone with a gun is a physical attack.
Oh yeah, physical attack versus mental attack.
Oh, mental attack.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was what they were going for. I guess that you can't insult somebody from. I mean, I don't know. I've seen that.
But yeah, it's from the fake core book. So I'll go with the word in there.
Yeah.
And then let's see. I need one more rapport stunt because we're gonna be doing interrogating here probably. So let's see.
Yeah, you're supposed to do all. That's why you're supposed to do all of this off screen, not only because it takes up screen time, but because then people realize that I'm a benevolent GM, and that allows you to switch around everything because you wanted to.
Yes, indeed. I want to expose you, Connor.
Or don't worry, Caleb. Depending on where the story goes, I might be doing this as well.
What?
If I have to go back to backflash, Jared.
No.
If something happens, it depends what happens. Depends how mean you get.
Hey, I let you guys kill the main boss of the entire campaign.
No, you didn't. You didn't let us. You screwed up. Had him single-handedly fight the two best people in.
I was trying to be nice and didn't let them use any of their stunts. I didn't have them use any of their stunts, so I was being very nice.
Okay.
All right, so I'm also gonna get all the worlds a stage. Your acting talent is natural and unquestionable. You may roll rapport instead of deceive. When convincing a target, you are someone you aren't. So that might come in handy in this next sequence here.
I am the Queen of England. Oh yeah, of course. My bad.
We hate the Queen of England.
Or German. Yeah. Keep in mind. Oh, hey, can we roll to make me not burned, or at least recovering from being burned?
Oh yeah. Be a difficulty 4. So what's her face will roll, Emily.
Yeah. Don't fail, Emily. That'd be sad.
Is anybody helping her with lore?
I have a +1 in it, so yeah, sure.
Can you help yourself though?
I don't know.
I don't think
he's not helping himself. He's helping.
Well, it didn't need it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, so she succeeds.
It's recovering,
and it is recovered because it's been 2 weeks. It was a major milestone or whatever. Remember?
Oh right, okay, sure. Yeah, sweet. I'm okay
and
with
then
that.
Nobody else had any consequences. Everybody else is good.
Nope.
I think it was me, yeah.
Okay, so what do you say? What do you think, Kim?
Yeah. So I stand up and I say, "Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it." And then from the beginning of the scene, the song "Cole McGrath" from the Infamous 2 soundtrack is playing. Yeah, and then we see
as you guys are looking at the facility and everything.
Oh yeah.
Can I make another notice check to try and watch for anybody where he's going, following him with the scope and trying to make sure no one sees him? Can I create an advantage with notice? Or should
that makes sense, yeah.
Would I have to let my old one ride?
Do we have
Do you have you guys radios? Have any sort of audio because otherwise I don't see how that would be helpful to him.
I will shoot at them.
Right, but if you shoot at them, you're going to reveal yourself.
Yeah, that'll help him not be revealed.
No.
Connor, could we make some sort of roll to have found those that sort of thing?
Yeah, this would be a perfect Josh roll again.
I know it would, but
And the problem is that's probably like a resources roll.
Yeah, does anyone have resources or lore?
I have a +1 resource.
Wait,
I
what?
would have been able to do this. I mean, I have a +1 lore still, but
Why is Caleb dead and in the ocean?
because of Jared, I assume. Now I don't know where he was.
I left the dot there. Someone deleted the dot. Oh, it's right here.
Oh, yeah.
I have a +1 resources. Is that the best we've got?
I have a +1 to lore.
I have 0 to both.
Well, I mean, I assume it's either like you find it, like you scavenge it, or you build it.
Oh, okay, right.
So, I mean, we can just roll both of them.
Either of us can realistically build it, but all right.
Do you want to just roll resources first, David, to see?
Yeah, sure.
If
What's the difficulty to get something that uses radios? We can use this radio.
Probably a 5.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, because it would have to be something like I could put in my ear or something that wouldn't immediately like go off and like be really loud.
Yes, I mean that's impossible.
Wait. We have an NPC scientist we can cheese. Let's have her build one.
Oh yeah,
she's not doing anything.
That's true.
Yeah, can we have her make?
Does she have a good crafts then, or
she has a +2 at crafts?
Yeah, there you
go.
What
does the man have?
What does who have?
The old man.
3.
Oh yeah, have him crafts and have Lady help him.
Yeah, there you go.
But they need to carry their weight.
Share the load.
So he got a 4. So if somebody wants to spend a fate point,
wow, I'm not going to spend my one.
That's a big ask, Connor.
Do
What's our?
you guys want to have it or not? Your refresh is 2, Caleb. Everybody else's refresh is 1.
Yeah.
We use Josh's fate points.
No.
No.
I think he had a couple left over.
Sure. I'll spend 1. I'll spend 1 on rebuilding the world takes many hands.
Oh, you don't spend it on yours. You spend it on his.
Can I spend a fate point on his?
You can.
Give him a
you can
+2?
today. You can today.
Okay. What are some of his aspects? You choose what I spend on, I guess.
I think this would probably be the one that makes the most sense.
I know all about it. I'm a specialist after all. It makes sense. Apparently he's a specialist in radios and nothing else.
I was gonna say apparently he's a specialist in everything, which I think is not how that works.
That's the kind of thing he says.
Yeah.
I was kidding.
Right? I got it. I'm a specialist after all.
And he keeps saying that over and over again to so many different things. And it's like, well, you're not actually.
So really, he's a jack of all trades.
You're a generalist.
We know this if we ever talk to him.
Yeah. You'd also know his aspects if you ever talk to him. I give you also so many opportunities to talk to the NPCs, and you guys are like, I don't know what. I don't know what to say to anybody.
I talk to the NPCs.
Honestly,
I
forget.
found their lost sister.
I forget who we have with us.
Yeah. I increased my empathy to 3, so
there's plenty of drama with the people in the party. I don't really know if
Caleb's the rapport one.
Yeah. I just keep forgetting who we even have with us. So
okay, so anyways,
you guys we had those scientists until just now.
David's the sociopath, and I'm the ladies' man who keeps failing.
So you guys have a radio then, so you're able to communicate. Like this. So now, David, you can make this roll.
Okay. We have like a 3-way radio. How many?
I assume we have at least 3, right?
Sure, that's fine.
What's the difficulty?
I think the difficulty is also 5 here because it's going to be a long.
I'll add
I have my
space
sniper rifle, and I'm only going to follow him because I want to make sure he's not being like walking into a trap or whatever.
Yeah, no, I just think there's just a lot of space he has to travel, a lot of distance.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Oof.
I got a -3 to that roll. My last one was a -2.
Wait, David, add a +1.
Incredible.
It doesn't matter. It's
I know that was
okay. I thought maybe you hadn't looked at the roll.
You could spend your only fate point to re-roll that.
No,
it's not worth it.
No, it's not.
But Connor might give us a negative aspect, though.
I mean, in order to do that, you'd have to let me create the aspect, which means you could still spend a point on it.
The world just went white. Just disappeared.
I'm deleting things on accident.
Oh. Yeah, the nuke went off. Game over, guys.
Yeah. Yep. Whoopsie daisy. Anyway, so yeah, it's up to you then, David. Right.
Oh yeah, I guess that's what it is. No, I mean, I'm just gonna let it not happen.
Okay.
That's fine.
Or you could let it succeed at a major cost.
That's only for overcome.
That's for overcome. Yeah, it's just seeing the cost
fair enough.
in this case is you getting an invoke on it.
Right. Fair enough. Okay, so then Caleb, you're on your own. So the radio meant nothing.
It's all good.
Well,
we have it
narratively. So.
Yeah. And David is still watching me. It's just that it's not going to help any.
Yeah,
get to it.
Benefit.
It's not going to give us a bonus. So, okay, yeah. So,
I think in all reality, David just like can't keep up with you. Like you're going under like
there's a lot of
behind
people,
buildings and a lot of people. Because otherwise, he'd be saying like, "Yep, you're good," and then that's a negative aspect.
Yeah.
I want narratively the reason David fails to be, and if Caleb fails the stealth check, it's because I'm doing the Mission Impossible theme song over the radio.
so the epic Cold McGrath song is playing, and then it just like crescendos, and then cuts to Jared just going over the radio.
I wanted to say earlier. When we still have the Cole McGrath music playing, like, and I do the epic line where I'm like, I'll take care of it. Like we get like with that music, we see like close up shots on me, like putting a machete in my like on the side, you know, like putting some gloves on, like drawing a hood over me, that sort of thing. I mean, I'm probably wearing like survivalist sort of gear anyway. So dark greens and things. But I'm going to make my way down towards the base.
Making my way down. Okay.
Yeah. And basically, my initial plan here is going to be probably to like kill us or knock out a sentry and take his clothes so that I can actually walk into the base without being noticed. Also, I assume we're doing this at dusk.
Yeah, probably. So you're trying to find a lone soldier to knock out and take his uniform.
Yes, to switch clothes so that I can, because I'd still be trying to do stealth generally after that point. It's just that if I got caught, I could just be like, I'm a soldier. Instead of, I'm a random hobo.
I'm the Queen of England.
very obviously not supposed to be here. Cool. So what's the difficulty for the stealth?
I think it's going to be a 3 because there's a lot of people, a lot of stuff going on.
Fun stuff. Okay. Here's to hoping that my +4 will carry the day. Of course not. I got a 1.
No way. God, rolled so badly.
So, this is going well so far, guys.
Might be the time to spend your other fate point.
I guess so, yeah.
What was the difficulty?
3.
3. Yeah, I got a -3 on that roll, so I'll spend it on. If nobody starts, others cannot follow.
You're quite literally leading the way.
Yes, exactly. And reroll that. Hey, there's much better. That's a 6.
Holy cow. A 5 difference.
So, succeed with style.
Yep. Wait, is this an overcome then?
This is an overcome, which in that case would be like, I get to superfluously describe how awesome I am, sort of a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Typically the sort of thing that happens with overcomes.
That's fine. Yeah.
So this basically looks like me sneaking down to like the kind of fence area. And I assume like in a normal situation, the place around the Air Force Base would be like cleared, and so you wouldn't be able to just sneak up on the fence. But I think there's probably enough wreckage and various things around, and it's getting dark.
Yeah,
I'm able to sneak up. And I what I literally do is I think I just like climb up a tower, climb up like this little watchtower on the outskirts. End up behind one of these soldiers, and I think probably it's just a guy like humming some German song as he like plays solitaire with himself, like on the little table he has.
Okay.
And I probably don't like kill him, but I just like, no, I'm trying to figure out if I would. I mean, these are all really evil people.
He's the song he's singing is Du.
Du hast.
Nice.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out if it would be more noticeable to kill him or not to kill him. Because if I kill him, then someone's going to find him, or he's not going to report in.
Depends on how well you hide the body.
That's fair. Can I have the stealth hold to hide the body as well if I kill him?
I think that's fine.
Okay.
You succeeded with style, so.
Yeah. So I'll do the epic neck snap maneuver. So I just reach and snap his neck and just hold his body to the ground, and then find somewhere to shove him. I find out that there's a little like trapdoor onto the watchtower, and just open it up, shove him down there, and
throw him in a little cellar or something like that.
Put the table on top of the little trapdoor, and
and
then I like start to step away, and then I look back, and I notice like something he missed in the solitaire game, and I just like put one card down, and then step away. But yeah, so I now have soldier's fatigues on, and I make my way into the base.
You feel tired or?
Nice try. Yeah. So funny.
Keep going.
Yeah, I mean, so the goal at this point would be to capture an officer of some sort that I think would be like powerful enough to give us information, but not powerful enough he's going to be immediately like he's going to be either it's too hard to get to or be missed right away. Do I have to make a roll to figure that out?
I definitely think you have to make a roll to figure that out. Okay. You can argue notice or empathy or.
Oh yeah, probably empathy. Makes sense. I'm just paying attention to the soldiers and the officers as I just walk through the camp,
watching how they interact with each other.
And I'm walking very deliberately. I'm not like wandering around. I'm like walking. I just choose a point on at the base, and I just walk towards it like I know where I'm going. The whole time I'm just like paying attention to my surroundings and watching people. And then at one point I notice like some officer, hopefully, and then I'll just like go around. Go to the side of one building, then just come out the other end, go around it, and then keep walking, but in the opposite direction now, like following whoever that was, if it succeeds. So
I assume difficulty 3.
Makes sense. Oh my gosh, I got a -4, so -1 altogether.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have any fate points anymore. And my only empathy stunt is about succeeding. So
okay, I'm going to offer you a major cost to succeed.
Yeah, it's an overcome.
So you'll find an officer, and he immediately
asked me to come with him,
and he asks you to come with him.
Yeah,
yes,
totally fine with that.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, so I'm just following him. And you want to describe this guy for me?
Okay, so
assuming it's a German dude.
Does Caleb know what he's saying?
Oh, actually, you know what, Caleb? Even better. It's Mark.
Dog.
Oh, there you go, Mark. I can speak English. Mark. Yeah. Not Matthew. Mark.
Mark.
Okay, just making sure.
So this is the marksman.
Okay.
Remember, Mark the marksman.
So I mean, the thing is, though, Connor, I wouldn't go for Mark, so it's not really a success for me, I don't think.
Oh, okay.
Right, he's too high up.
That's
he would be immediately
okay. All right. Okay. Well, then I think for it to be a major cost, it's a definitely a high-ranking officer, and he looks at you and he says, "Hey, look, guys!"
Yeah. Did you actually speak German there, or are you just making that up?
No. That was just the attempt.
He actually said something very offensive, and all my German viewers are just like, "Oh my gosh!"
Yeah, are like thousands of German viewers.
Of all the times for me to switch around my lore, can I make a lore roll to know German?
Sure. I think it's a difficulty 5, maybe 6. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'll let the other players decide.
I think it's 12.
Is there any reason for you to know German?
My goal is not to know old
Just
German.
be educated.
It's to know enough German that I can pass off here.
Well, I guess in that case, how common is the phrase you just used in German? Because, like, what has he said in German?
Did he say
Is it
"come with me"?
I mean, probably you there.
Yeah.
Like, come with me.
I mean, I don't know that I would have. I mean,
what's your empathy?
that sounds pretty hard.
I think it's a 5.
Yeah, I think that seems fine.
You should roll empathy instead to just get a gist of
I'm
what
gonna
he's
roll.
saying.
I can roll that next, right? I'm gonna roll lore to see if I know enough German to pass off the current situation, like go moving forward, and then we'll see.
But if you succeed, Kev, that's great. But if you fail, I'm going to say that you think you know what he's saying. I'm going to tell you something he didn't say.
Of course. All right. Well, I'll just try to play it off as well I can. I have a +1 in this, guys, now. So I need to get all 4s.
Wait, really?
Roll empathy.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'll do that instead. I won't. We'll just assume I don't know enough German, and then I'll just roll an empathy to try to figure out what he's saying from like clues from his face and stuff.
I hear it over the radio, and I give you a +1.
Oh yeah. Wait, no. Jared can just translate in my ear. This is not an issue at all.
Doesn't know German?
Oh, Jared does not know German.
No.
Oh. Can we say Connor German? Has? Listen, we would have thought
there with you.
I mean, I took German in high school. I don't know very much, but this version of me could.
Well.
Oh wait, yes. I'm going to spend a fate point that Connor taught me German when I was in whatever.
I mean, I think that's a fair use of a fate point. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, yes. I know German.
Nice.
Nice. So Jared is just going to translate in my ear this whole time. There you go.
And y'all are just like, what? You know German?
Yeah, so
never come up before.
This guy just like says this to me, and I stand there like, oh crap. And then Jared in my ear says,
he says, go with him. Come with him.
Oh, and then
and maybe something about Wiener Schnitzel. I'm a little rusty.
Yeah. So I nod. I just like do a curt nod and maybe salute, and then I just like follow him.
This is great. I love this. I love this. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you go with him, and he walks over to like the. Looking at the map here, I think he walks over to like the big building on like the northwest side.
Mm-hmm.
By like the museum park. He walks into the big like building where we're like surrounded by like the parking lot kind of a thing. If that makes sense.
The 3-pronged one?
Yeah, the 3-pronged building. I wasn't quite sure how to describe that.
Yeah. It's like 3 little houses stacked together.
Hey, yeah. And then David, what's that weird circle thing you were talking about with the stairs?
If you look,
I think I see it. That looks like a cargo like bin to me or something like that. Are you sure that that's like stairs?
Hold on, the map wasn't there anymore.
That's fine. You keep looking for that, but so yeah, so he takes you into that building, and he like doesn't say anything. Like he just keeps walking as he's walking into the building. Do you like do anything or just let him lead you along?
I just let him lead me.
So he starts to go down some stairs.
Mm-hmm.
And he like gets into an elevator and like points at like some like heavy boxes and is like, load that on here with me.
I just
and Jared translates.
Yep. I do it.
So and then he like I'm gonna say, just for like narrative sake, just because I think this might be fun, like you basically like salute and like turn to walk away, like I'm done with my job now, and he's like, hey, get back here, and like
right
tells you to come down the elevator with him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. So I like pause and I'm like, yeah. And I just like walk towards.
Okay, yeah. So you get in the elevator, and then he like pulls the lever kind of a thing, and you start going down. I wanted you to make I don't know, what would be the thing the stunt you just made, Caleb, to do whatever. You just made a stunt to help you pretend all the world's stranger. Is that what?
Oh yeah, all
all
the world's a stage.
Yeah. Oh, all the world's a stage. Yeah.
Yeah, I can rapport. I can roll rapport instead of deceive to convince someone I am someone I'm not.
So roll rapport
because
you're in the elevator with him and he like starts looking at you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, starts actually paying attention to who I am. Difficulty?
I think it's going to be a 5 because you don't speak German and Jared's going to have to like give you words to say.
I'm going to have to keep pausing and waiting for him to translate. Yeah.
Yeah.
5 you said?
Yeah. David, that's so weird.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a giant crop circle with like a random hole in the middle. I feel like it's, if nothing else, it fits.
It's a silo. Dave and I are just going to go in there.
Well, I pretty much have a 50-50 chance of succeeding on this because I have a +5 in rapport, so.
Oh, wait. What's my rapport? My rapport's 1!
Ooh, can I get a +1 from him?
Hey, yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Oh, didn't even need it. 9.
Oh, you got advantage.
I am the most convincing German soldier ever.
He gives you a promotion.
so yeah, you're standing in the elevator and like, and it goes down. I kid you not, for like forever.
Yeah.
And you don't know what he's saying, but Jared is like
asking you how your kids are.
Yeah, and you're like, oh
naming
yeah,
them like he knows you.
So the thing is, I'm assuming though at a certain point, the radio would stop working if we're going down far enough.
Yeah, I think it does, but
by the time that he's
because then you won't know. I think because you succeeded with style. I think at one point you can just start like nodding and laughing and smiling, kind of a thing. So you get down to a certain point and the radio cuts out, and you're like,
I look at David. I'm just like, we lost him.
Yeah, do you guys want to do anything because of that? Like try to sneak in yourselves or?
Yeah. So, I mean, you're just going down there to like find...
He was on an elevator. So he might... It doesn't mean he's caught. And I'm saying this in character.
Right. Well, yeah. I imagine he would have signaled you if he was caught and not asked for translation instead, or waited for your translating. But so out of character, you were just going down there to get information, right?
Yeah, the plan was for me to, I mean, honestly, I was probably initially planning on like knocking out an officer and then bringing him back to you guys, right? For us to interrogate. But at this point, I'm probably just going to like, if I get alone with this dude, I'm just going to like knock him out and then, interrogate him myself and have him, I'll just speak English to him and hopefully he knows English.
Right.
I mean, if he just takes you to the nuke, you might not even need to do that.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point, we either risk like exposing you or we can just watch. And I mean, if there's trouble, I turned around and I'm like, well, if he's caught, I imagine they'll call for, in a firefight or whatever, I imagine they'll call for reinforcements. So we just need to watch for wherever he's going or watch that area. If people start moving towards it, then, he's compromised. And if they don't, we can hope he's just doing a good job. Otherwise, if we go in, he'll definitely get caught.
Good point. Do you want to set off like an explosion somewhere else nearby?
Maybe let's give him a few minutes and then
yes, please.
We don't hear back from him.
So Caleb, we come back to you. So I think and I want to like not retcon, but like from the scene of you guys in the elevator, I think just Jared is just giving you like the dumbest jokes possible that like only Jared would make and like puns and stuff like that. And you're like, oh no. And you hold your breath every time you say something because you're like, this isn't going to go over well. And like, especially the first one, like he looks at you and he's just like, and like by the time you're going down, like he's before the radio cuts out, like he's just laughing so hard, like you guys are like the best of pals. And I think Jared at one point is like, okay, just say this word over and over again. Just be like, that's funny. Yeah, Wiener Schnitzel. and he just thinks that's the funniest thing in the whole world. And then by the time you're down at the bottom. He's like still laughing as like the elevator door opens, and then I think you're face to face with Mark, and he like stops laughing immediately, and he like yells at you to like grab the crates and like carry them off.
Yeah.
Caleb, roll another rapport roll to deceive Mark into thinking that you are who you aren't.
Do I have to roll
Doesn't
that?
Mark know what he looks like?
I don't think so, because Caleb never interacted with any.
No,
of them.
I was on the other
side of the ravine.
Oh, you are so right. Oh, you are so lucky.
I think this just carries, right? If that's the case, the 9.
Yeah, I think it does. Yeah, I just forgot that you like weren't even a part of that conflict.
I'm honestly the only person who could pull this off.
Mm-hmm.
For multiple reasons.
Yeah, this is great. Oh man, like for real, like the like plan there is like it's like you guys thought of that. That's awesome.
We go back to us sitting back up the bridge, and I'm like, and the thing is, even if I run into one of the prophets, they don't know what I look like unless it's Matthew. Then we're screwed.
and everybody's like, oh yeah.
Matthew's office rocker anyways, so it'll be fine.
That's fair. There's actually probably a 50% chance Matthew won't recognize me anyway.
You probably just think you're like John or somebody. If everybody laughs, John, he's dead. Okay.
Matthew just points at me and says, "It's John." Yeah, and then
everybody's like, and everybody's like, "Oh, Matthew." Oh. Anyway, so Mark just like.
Also, can we say in terms of like
to the guy,
or real quick, could we say that in terms of, because going full kind of movie here, can we say that the Germans just start speaking English at some point?
Yeah,
because that's usually what happens in these sorts of.
What I was going to say, is that Mark speaks to him in English.
Yeah, perfect.
Is he just like grab those, like come with me? And I think you're going to catch a bit of luck here, and the officer is like. But sir, he doesn't have the proper ranking. And Mark is just like, it's fine. Bring him with. And then he like hesitates and looks at you, Caleb, and it's just like, you like your rations, don't you?
Sir, yes, sir.
Well, do you say anything to anybody about what you find down here? We'll take away your food.
Yeah, like inwardly, I'm like, that is about the most mild threat that I could have expected from these people. So I just nod. I was expecting them to say like something like, "You like your rations, right?" And then like, yeah, it's like, well, if you tell anyone what you see down here, we're gonna feed you those rations. But not through the hole you want, or something like that, right? Like something horrific.
Ooh, he says that. Okay. Yeah, that's great.
I feel like that sounds
that's a lot better.
More like up your butt.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he definitely says that instead.
Tell that to the coffee enema people.
Yeah, dude, that's so weird that people can do that.
Anyway,
but Connor, I discovered why they haven't launched the nukes yet.
Why?
Do you want me to tell them why?
I don't know.
They're perfecting the virus.
That's
why it's taking so long.
Would a virus survive being launched in a nuke?
It did the first time.
The first time it did. The reason it didn't work is because it was like spread? In the nuke for so long and got mutated.
I don't think I realized that out of character, but okay.
We have a flashback to Jared discussing this with everyone.
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
No.
I say it, and then it's over. That's the flashback.
No. Okay, so anyway, Connor
just had to change real quick. He's just like, you had to change your entire plot real quick.
No. So Mark like starts walking, and Caleb, this becomes a facility among all facilities.
Yeah.
Like this place is huge. You've gone down this elevator and it you feel like if you were to look back at like the Google map, like you went down an entrance and like the entire like Air Force base that's like fenced in is the base underneath the base.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's how big this place is.
Nice.
Their square footage is the same on their basement.
Yes. but it includes their parking lot. So it's this huge thing. So and you're just walking and Mark doesn't say anything to you or the officer, but the officer keeps like it seems nervous and keeps like looking back at you, like making sure you're not like doing anything stupid. And he's carrying one of the crates as well.
Cool.
Do you try to do anything or say anything?
No, I'm just soaking it all in. Can I just make a notice check?
Yep.
To like pick up on important information?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Difficulty?
Difficulty. Your stealth. Difficulty 3. They're not concealing anything from you.
Come on. Only got a 1.
Okay. So you don't notice anything.
It's fine.
As you're kind of going along. You could succeed at a major cost.
What would the major cost be? Can I know beforehand?
Seems like a bad place to have a major cost.
Yeah, exactly.
I think
he drops the box.
Yeah, I was gonna say you drop the box.
No, I'll just fail.
No.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I mean,
so you don't notice anything. Let's say you're carrying the crate and you just like can't see around the crate.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. I like at this point I'm just like, okay, I'm going to just bide my time, see if I can find out anything. If I can't find out anything, then I'll like ask this guy to get a drink with me right after we get back up, and then I'll just knock him out and bring him back. Like I'm gonna like when we're down here, I'm gonna play it as safe as I possibly can because this is the worst place to like be found out. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, they
crate.
just kind of lead you along. So you don't see anything,
Mhm.
and then Mark like leads you into a room and it's like, put that there, and you and the officer put him down, and he's like, and he walks in the door, and he's just like, and then like before he does, he like turns back to you guys, and he's just like, you can leave now. And
Okay. I nod, and then
he walks in the door, and
yeah, if he just good. Does
I didn't say anything.
he just walks away?
Yeah, he walks inside the door and closes it behind him.
And this door is like what kind of door? Like what's beyond this? What vibe do I get from this? Like is he going into an office? Is he going into a secret meeting chamber?
It definitely looks like he's entering a bigger facility. So that there's like it's like a I don't know, like a bigger door.
Yeah.
And so
did you say
in
that
like
someone else was with me?
the officer that you brought
so Mark
brought you down to the first place. Yeah, Mark left.
Mark left. Okay. I thought you said the officer left.
Yeah, Mark walks in the building.
That makes sense.
And there's like some like warning flashlights, warning flashing lights like on top of the door and stuff like that.
Cool.
So I think the officer just like turns to go. Do you follow him? Do you try to stay behind?
No, I don't think I'm gonna risk it.
Just follow him?
So what I'll probably do though is I'll pay attention. Was there any sort of like special code he had to type into the elevator to get down here or anything like that? Like obviously I didn't pay attention enough to notice it the first time.
No.
Really? So like someone could just like I feel like there would be a secret code or something
I don't,
like a
it
lock
depends
at some
on like
point, right?
the type of technology that they'd be able to like keep up to date. You know what I mean? I'm not sure how realistic it would be for him to have like a key card.
Well, if they have electricity down here, I mean, it's basically all they need to keep our existing Air Force security up and running.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that's fine then. I think he just had a key card on him.
A key card. Okay. Yeah. So definitely my plan is going to be then just like say nothing at all, or, just the barest minimum I can, just act totally normal until we get back up. And then I'm going to invite him. I'm going to say, hey, do you want, we should get a drink. And basically, I want
just to. Yeah, that makes sense. Real quick. So I think as the officer is kind of leaving the room, I think he definitely hesitates and like looks longingly at like where he went, of like not longingly, but like curiously, as like, I wonder what is down here, and like peeking around and stuff like that. But he doesn't do anything.
I think when he does that, I just say, I say to him kind of jokingly, and I try to have like a slight German accent when I'm speaking in English, probably. But I say, careful, sir. Don't want to eat your rations the wrong way.
He turns to you and gets a grin on his face, and he says, "We understand so," and laughs really hard.
That's a little concerning.
I just shake my head,
and then walks away.
So I follow
so then
back
he
up.
Goes back up to the elevator,
and if he has a key card, then I don't have to pay attention to any secret, like Cody is typing it or anything. So I just like wait until we're out free, and then I ask him. I try to be like super friendly and genial, and then say, "Sir, if it's not too forward of me to say it, would you like to get a drink?" That place. That place gives me the heebie-jeebies.
You asking him on a date now that you talked about your schnitzels in the wrong place.
So he I don't think he continues to speak in English. I think he goes straight back into like falls back into German, and it's like almost like he didn't do it on purpose. And I think, but he like smiles as he says it. Now. Your guys aren't in the elevator yet, or did you wait until the radio?
Yes, I would have waited until we got back up all the way to the top.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So you guys get radio contact with me again at some point during that, and then you hear me say this.
That's us. We're like, all right, let's go listen to that. Oh, there he is.
Yeah. So I say that, and then I'm waiting for Jared to like tell me what he said in German.
Yep. I think he says I think he asks like what unit you're a part of, or what what unit you're a part of.
Definition is.
Yeah.
Can I make another rapport roll to deceive in this situation to like guess one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Difficulty?
4.
Whew, there you go. 6. All right. I'm good at this. Okay. I'm good at this.
So, you say whatever unit you're a part of, and then he says, "Well, I'll probably see you tonight then anyway."
Yeah. So okay, then I'll just say
you said it was dusk though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's basically night now.
Yes.
Right? Like
yes.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, so that's
but he's just like, referring to something you don't know. Right. And so he's like, "Well, I'll see you tonight then anyway." And so he's referring to something you should already know about and be going to.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to say again in English, but still, heavily, starting to like make the accent more thick. As if I almost am about to go into German, but not quite. And I say, I have a little bit of something special on the side. I don't know if we want to share with everyone. Like I'm implying I have some like expensive liquor that like I would just give him a drink of quick, and then we'll order whatever this thing is.
Oh, sure. Okay. He's like, oh,
let's hope that's how he takes it.
Treating the officer right, huh?
Yeah, I really hope
he makes a joke like that. He's like, "Oh, treating the officer right."
Yeah.
But you can tell he just is like acting like a sick, gross soldier. And
I say something like
pats you on the back, and it's like, "Let's go."
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I definitely lead him as far out to the outskirts of the camp as I could possibly do without being suspicious. Lead him behind a building, and then just like knock him out.
And all right, roll to knock him out.
Can I roll a stealth roll to do that? I guess he's aware of my presence, but
yeah.
But he's
on the way he talks about all of his children and his cats and dogs that he takes care of and his wife that's sick. I'm just kidding.
I don't care.
He knocks one out of that.
Okay, I got a 3.
Go ahead and roll. All right, I forgot that he has to roll in my turn.
Please fail this. All of my hard work will have been for nothing.
I mean, he is an officer.
Yeah.
Oh, you lucky dog! You lucky dog!
All right, so I was assuming this is like overcome roll just to like knock him out.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's an extra. He's fine. Yeah, he's out.
I do the Vulcan nerve pinch and he crumbles to the ground.
Yep.
And I just kind of
no, you don't do the Vulcan nerve pinch. You okay? Yeah. Let's keep this real and brutal.
Right. Okay. Sure. So I just like kind of shudder a little bit, like, ugh, this guy's gross. And then I sling him over my shoulders and just like go through a hole in the fence and just run away.
Okay, yeah. All right, so Caleb brought back the soldier, or the officer.
Yep. I dump him on the bridge there, and I'm just like, or wherever we end up, wherever the bus is probably. And I just like probably it's like in an underpass or something. And I just say, well, I'm really glad you know German, Jared.
Yeah, I can't believe it never came up before this.
Well, literally, you've never talked to anybody German before this point.
The only couple of times we've seen the Germans, we mostly spoke with bullets, so I can't say I'm surprised.
Yeah, so I think I look down and I grab like his key card like off of his like in his pocket, and I drag it out and I'm like, which one of us looks the most like this guy? And I just hold up his like little picture as he's like slumped there on the ground. I don't know. That'd be an answer for you, I guess, Connor.
Definitely Jared.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
I mean, I am very German.
Jared is German, so it's definitely Jared.
Yeah, so I'm like, well, I've already taken off one dude's clothes today, so someone else can do this.
Jared, I want you to roll like some sort of social roll here to see how well you can pull off the look.
Gonna be provoked since they're Nazis. Nazis don't use rapport; they only use provoke.
I'm pretty sure Hitler used rapport.
I think it's an awful argumentation, but I mean, you could probably use provoke to like pretend that you are him in a bad mood and like all gruffed up and like hungover or something like that.
Deal.
All right.
What's the difficulty?
I don't know. To look like this random German officer, probably a 5.
Does anyone have provoke to help me?
I don't think I do. No.
I think I do, but I don't know if I can.
Yeah, you can't. No,
to provoke.
No, neither of them can help you with this. This is a solo thing.
Yeah. Nope.
2.
I put it on. I'm like, oh wait, I have combat armor. This isn't going to work. And I'm also like a foot taller than this guy.
Yeah, something stupid like that.
Nice.
I mean, hey, we got his key card.
Yeah.
So are we going to like torture him or?
I assume so.
Good cop, bad cop.
Yeah, well, we don't have the stunts anymore, so I was assuming I would just report him.
Well, no, this was in character.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, so I just kind of like I'm looking at the guy. I'm like, I can probably get through to him. I mean, I fooled him before, so I can probably pull something out of my hat. So we have a key card, so we know where I assume the nuke is going to be, or at least there's a facility underneath this one, and I assume it's going to be somewhere down there. We have a key card to get down there at least. gonna have to do some more searching to actually find it, but I suppose we could probably at least get a little bit more information from this guy. He didn't know. I don't think he knew as much as someone like Mark would, but I wasn't going to risk attacking Mark. So.
Sounds like a good start. I suppose we gotta wake him up.
Yeah, and so I'm like, well, someone has to take his clothes off first.
Why?
Well, someone's gonna be wearing his clothes.
Are you doing the Wiener Schnitzel?
I just figure that
they all have a good laugh.
No, I just figure that it's gonna be a little bit more intimidating if he's naked or in underwear or whatever while we're having this conversation than if he was in full army fatigues.
I have an idea. Caleb, get naked too.
No, absolutely not. And then I
pretend like we kidnapped you. And I go on this whole tirade like a dumb plan, like like we pretend that we kidnapped both of you, and you get on his good side again and get him to tell us everything we need to know.
That's probably a good idea.
To get naked.
Yeah. So at first I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm not gonna get naked. And then he keeps explaining this, and I'm like, okay, this actually might work. And I look at David, I'm like, am I being insane right now for believing him? Is this a good idea?
I mean, I don't imagine it'll work any worse.
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh man.
All right, sounds good. And then
so we like tie both of you up in one of the empty houses, and you're both like half naked.
Yep.
Because I don't want your dangly bits out.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for that.
The audience doesn't want to think about that either.
Yeah, so maybe not mention it more. Okay, so you're tied up, and you put them in just like some like little house or something
like
that.
Neighborhoods really close to that base,
right? Yeah, so
I'm pretty sure they're like actual living quarters for military personnel because they're like in the base, basically. At least some of them are.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we're not that close. Far enough that they won't hear the screaming.
Yeah.
Cool.
So both tied up. Caleb, do you awaken first, or do you pretend to be like out?
I'll probably just pretend to be out at first.
Okay. So he wakes up, and are you guys, Jared and David, are you guys in the room when he wakes up?
And then I say,
yeah,
we all got chloroformed. Somebody chloroformed all of us. Sorry, I'm making a community reference that none of you are going to get it.
Yeah, okay.
I got to send you a clip from YouTube probably after we're done with this. This is what it's reminding me of.
Okay. So who does what? So he wakes up.
Can we have dump a bucket of ice water on him?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait till we wait for him to wake up, and then we.
Yeah.
Just as he's
Dave and I are like coming up with our attack plan, and he's waking up. He's like, "Crap, we were supposed to." And then I quick dump the bucket of water on him. And I just throw the whole bucket and it hits him in the face.
No, wait, no, Jared, that was a waterboarding bucket. What are you doing?
And then he knocks back out.
We see
he's out again. He's out cold.
And we just get a close up on my face, and we just see my eyes move underneath my eyelids, like I'm rolling my eyes.
Yeah. Or like a single tear comes down. Like, how did they convince me to do this? I'm tied up with these two in charge in the room.
Yep. Half the water lands on Caleb. It's perfect.
Okay, so what really happens?
Yeah, we like splash water on him to wake him up, and I give him a couple like demeaning like not hard slaps, but just like the demeaning like, come on, wake up. Yeah. And then I say, come on, let's go, wake up.
All right, yeah. So he wakes up and he's just like, "Hi, John," and he just starts speaking in German, just like cursing you out.
And I talk back in German. I'm like, "You kiss your mother with that mouth?"
He narrows his eyes and he says "traitor" in German.
I mean, considering I've never stepped foot in Germany, I don't really care. But it's a good day for us. We're gonna form a friendship here.
He spits on you.
Like I wipe it off. I'm like, ooh, it's a little too early for foreplay. And then I just punch him right in the jaw.
Okay. Go ahead and roll provoke.
Can I get a +1 for David standing intimidately behind me with his giant guns?
Yeah, sure.
Yay.
I think the difficulty
I do have provoke.
is
Oh,
5.
dang it. Oh, I rolled horribly. Oh,
wait, it's a 5. Didn't we?
Yeah.
He's tied up and okay.
What was the intent for that roll exactly?
I don't know. I just didn't really specify an intent. He just told me to roll.
Well, you're intimidating him, right? Like you punch him in the jaw. That's you starting the intimidation, right? Because you're trying to get information out of him. You didn't just punch him in the jaw for laughs and giggles.
Right. So the punch is a
giggles, and you didn't want to roll. Yeah. The punch. Well, and then how the rest of the scene would play out, it would determine how well he rolled. So you could succeed at a major cost.
No. We got more tricks up our sleeve.
Okay, yeah. So you start beating him, right?
Oh no, it was just the one punch.
It's just the one punch?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You don't Connor, do you know nothing about the art of torture?
Uh-huh.
I walk behind him like, oh, maybe beating you won't elicit much of a response. But then I ruffle Caleb's hair a little bit. I'm like, maybe roughing up your friend here will be a little bit more convincing.
He laughs, a belly laugh.
Oh.
Like he thinks y'all are so dumb. He's like, and he says in German, "Kill him for all I care."
Wow. I knew you were scum, but not even caring about your own comrades. That's why we're gonna win.
What?
Because we care about our family. We care about family.
Oh no!
Such a red.
David's like, get him out.
Yeah.
Get him out of the room.
Yeah, I think I'm like, maybe we could just speed.
No. That was out of character.
Okay,
that was for the Fast and Furious.
I figured, yeah. But I mean, yeah, I'm like, maybe we can speed things up, and I'll just like find a block of wood and stick it under his foot, and then jam a knife into the wood through his foot.
All right.
So that it has something to stick into, since I assume the floor is concrete.
So you helped him with the provoke roll, though.
Yeah.
So I think it's letting ride.
I'm escalating now.
What does that mean?
To bodily harm. I mean, we were threatening violence earlier. Now I'm
okay.
I'm
okay.
making good on the promise.
Okay, that makes sense. But I think difficulty 5 as well.
Here we go. Is Jared helping me with this as well?
Yeah.
Okay. I got a 4.
Dang.
So I will
still a 5?
Just spend a fate point on some deserved dental passing, because this isn't one of them. So now I have a 6.
Okay. So I think he like you plunge the knife through his foot, and he's like, I'll tell you everything you want to know.
Wow, that was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I had a whole big thing planned with leaving him in the room with Caleb after having like pretend beat Caleb, but
yep.
that was easy.
I'm not patient enough for that.
I look to David all like, dang. I give him a thumbs up.
So I tap my fingers on the
I think
handle. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, when you're saying that, you're just like, dang, and then I probably just like wake up and then just go, well, that works. And I start just like getting out of the ropes. Like,
I guess you didn't need to be naked, so I go.
It's all right.
He like looks over at you and it's just like, what?
And I just look at him like, shut up.
Nice.
Like,
so just drove my fingers on the hilt of the knife, and like while it's still on his foot, I'm like, so we're looking for a nuke or something like that. And I look at the others. I'm like, so where's that?
He's like, it's here.
Well, we know that. What are they planning on doing with it?
They're, I don't know. They're working on it.
And I step closer at that point. I'm like, I probably pull my chair over with me because I was probably like tied up in air quotes. And so I just like drop the ropes and then pull the chair over, sit down. I probably put on pants at least at this point. And I just look at him and I'm like, listen, I know you were curious about what was going on there. You know a little bit more than you're claiming. You've seen some things.
I mostly just heard some things. I haven't seen anything, so I don't know.
Anything about a virus?
Virus? What?
Dang it, I'm wrong. Never mind. I'm out of ideas, boys.
He might not know.
Yeah.
I mean, they literally said that they would basically kill Caleb if he talked about what he saw, and he didn't even go to the room. So,
yeah. What was? Well, I don't know. He was in the room. Never mind. We caught up before then. I'll leave the rest to Caleb because he knows everything that went on in the basement.
Yeah,
I mean, I would have told you. I would have told you everything.
I was like, Caleb asks the questions, and if he doesn't say something, I'll twist the knife around and stuff.
Yeah,
and
makes sense. Yeah.
Wait, what?
I said I'll just let Caleb like ask the questions.
Oh yeah.
I'll just brutalize him if he doesn't answer properly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's waffling, and I just like gesture to David like more pain sort of thing.
Yeah. So like I'm drumming my fingers on the knife, and then I grab the top of it and I just kind of turn it 45 degrees.
Okay, yeah. So he screams again, and he's like, "Okay, I'm holding something back. I'll tell you."
And I lean in really, really closely, like as he says that, and I'm like, "That's good. That's good, because if you don't, we're not going to be shoving food up your butt. We're going to be shoving something else." And I point to the knife. No Wiener Schnitzel.
Yeah. He says, "Listen, I don't know for sure, but we've seen things. We've seen giant planes come in and deliver things, and we think that well,
we think you mean
I don't
we
think
know
it's just
you
a
know."
nuke. I don't think it's just a nuke.
I'm not interested in what you think or don't think. I'm interested in what you know.
I don't know for sure. That's what I'm telling you. But I think it's more than one.
Okay, so they've gone to the other sites. They've gathered all the nukes. What are they doing with them?
They're doing something with them. I honestly don't know. Please. That's all I know.
Are they in the room with Mark? Is that where he went?
With Mark? I don't.
The commander that
he doesn't understand what you mean.
Yeah. The commander that was with us. When we went into the room, what's behind the door?
He went in? I don't know. That's why I was curious. I don't know for sure.
What have you heard?
I've heard that that's where the nukes are.
That is literally all we wanted to know. Why did... Listen, I know it's a little hard to think when you have a knife in your foot, but you could be a little bit more explicit here.
But if I tell you and you go there and you're wrong, I was wrong, then you'll just kill me, right?
I mean, we were pretty much going to do that anyway. You're scum of the earth.
He pales.
Yes.
He pales. What?
Okay, well, don't tell him that. I mean, I guess we pretty much got what we needed out of him. But
though, maybe we could keep you alive if you could do a little bit more for us. Maybe run interference.
Yeah, yes, of course. Yeah, of course. I'm great at that. Yes. Interference.
Yeah, I look back at you
The
guys
thing
and
you
just roll
said,
my
I'm great
eyes
at
like.
Wait. Can I roll an empathy check?
Yeah, go ahead. Jerry.
Yes.
Difficulty 3.
I have a +1 because of Caleb.
I mean, how about I roll the empathy check and you give me a +1?
We have the same.
Oh, we have the same? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Yes. Yes! I succeeded in empathy roll.
Yeah, he has no idea if he like how to help you guys. He's just saying that.
Yeah,
to
I mean,
keep himself alive.
That's just how torture works. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm looking back at you guys, just like I mouth, like, what do you want to do with him?
We should
just mouthing
plant a remote bomb inside of. We should go Dark Knight him, put a bomb inside of him, and send him back to the base.
He fails.
I mean, if we blow up the base,
he pukes. He pukes on your knife, David.
Oh, gross. Okay.
Oh, he pukes on his foot. Dude, that would hurt so bad.
If we blow up the base before we get there, it's subterranean. We're not going to be able to get in.
Just ignore what Jared is saying right now. All right. I'm just trying to figure out if we have any more use out of him. Obviously, he's lying about running interference. I don't know what he's going to do. He doesn't even know what he's going to do.
I mean, yeah.
No, I mean it.
Listen, is there literally anything else you can offer us? We already have your key card.
I mean,
we can get in.
You just told them we're going to kill him. I feel like we got what we got.
What I'm saying is, like, I'm
know.
trying to squeeze any last bit of information out with the promise of we won't kill you if you give us this.
Right, but you just told them we were going to kill him anyway. So I feel like you've removed that goodwill from you.
When did I say that?
Right. You said we were going to do that anyway.
No. Right, but then I was like, but if you could, like, that was the whole point of me saying that. Like, I was going to say, like, yeah, we're just going to kill him. But if you do this, if you can do something else for us, then we might not.
Right.
That was the whole point.
Okay, I see.
Can I just make a provoke roll with, like, to intimidate, like, with rapport, to just see if there's any, like, get any last piece of information out of him by using that threat? Unless you don't think there is.
I don't think you need to roll for it. I don't think, unless, what are you trying to ask?
I guess, like it's literally just like, is there any other useful thing or info that the guy can give us?
No, I mean, he could give you like basic information of like the mapping of like the surface level of the base.
We'd give him that,
which like
that
he just gives you. Yeah, and I don't think he knows anything else than that.
Yeah. So I guess I just look to the two of you and I say, all right, trial time. And I just look at him and I say, who do you work for?
I work for the Germans.
What have the Germans done?
He's not lying.
I know.
What?
It's a pretty big group of people. There's a lot of Germans. You need to be a little more specific than that.
I work for, I guess, I don't know if he would use the word patriot, but like I work for the real Germany.
Yeah. Yeah. And I
basically what he's.
And what has the real Germany done?
That doesn't tell me anything, but I'm sure it helps you guys.
What has the real Germany done?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm doing a trial for him right here.
Taken back our rightful place as German people.
How many people have you killed in this process?
I don't know.
More than 3?
No.
Empathy.
He's lying.
Yeah, so he's obviously killed more than 3.
Yeah.
I just like roll my eyes.
Well, I mean,
like,
there's at least 3 of us. We can have a do you want to hold court?
I mean, that's literally what I'm doing right now. I'm just basically trying to get him to confess to the fact that he's right. So can I just make a rapport roll, like, to intimidate him, to just like make him confess to the fact that he's a horrible scumbag who deserves death?
Sure, that's fine. Yeah. Considering he doesn't want to do that, I think a 5.
Yep, that's fine.
And you didn't say you like whispered trial time, so he knows kind of what's up. Yeah, so
5.
Yeah, he confesses.
Yeah. So eventually he confesses that, and I'm like, and that is what I thought all along. All right, firing squad, I guess.
Well, I don't have a gun. Go at it. I'm just like, look to David. Go for it.
Yeah, I probably just looked to David.
Yeah,
and
I'll
just good. We probably like grab like a pillow from like the house somewhere. Just put it up against his head. Right? Just to
David,
the sound.
I want to compel you, a lion in chains, to try to convince Caleb and Jared to leave the room and do a lot more than just kill him, like torture him more, just for lasting giggles.
I mean, David's like a violent person, not a practicality. I don't know. He's like sadistic, such that he would torture people for funsies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, but you haven't had the opportunity to kill anybody for a very long time.
We have like to kill this guy now.
Yeah, like good.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
Yeah, like I think I definitely would kill him, but I don't know that like torturing him is exactly like that's not like the point of why.
And you kind of already did that anyway.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
It's true. I've kind of been already a jerk to him.
Well, that's kind of my point is like that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, but I think like David's point was like it's not even about that. It's like he's violent, but for practicality's sake, which is why he again tortured him in this moment.
Yeah,
but he's not going to do it for fun necessarily.
Right. Okay. All right. That's fine. All right. Compel nullified.
But I do think I probably wouldn't use a gun because it's loud. So I'll just like take the knife out of his foot and stick it in his neck instead.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, sort of wait for him to choke on it and then be done.
And then everything is eerily silent.
And I think I just say after a while, that was justice. And I turn away.
Yeah.
As like David and I walk away from the building, I like clap him on the back. I'm like, see, doesn't it feel much better doing it this way?
Yeah, honestly, I feel like David doesn't look particularly thrilled. He's like, yeah, sure. Like, this is the first time we've done it this way, and it didn't feel any better to him.
Can I roll an empathy check?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I don't really know that it's super necessary. Here comes my deceive. Are you ready for this?
4 against a -2.
I get a boost on David.
Yeah, sure.
No, you did not. Okay, yeah. So, what do you guys do next? What's the plan?
Kill, break it.
Jared's gonna impersonate the guy.
I think we already discovered that wouldn't work.
Oh, is that what we?
Yeah.
Yes.
It turns out I'm like a foot tall. I failed the roll, so just narratively, like I'm a foot taller than him, so it's like nothing of his fits me.
Also, this guy has a key card, so we can just go back down there now.
Yes, but we need to get through the base. Well, there was some sort of event going on. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say that to them. I'm like, it sounded like there was something going on at, like, before I left. I don't know if this guy's going to be missed during that. They're probably actually looking for someone at this point. But we might be able to make it through either way. If there's something going on that they're all at, well, then the base is open more or less. If they're milling around looking for people, well, we might be able to use the confusion to our advantage. And then I look at Jared, I'm like, we might as well put on the uniforms anyway. And then I actually look at David, I'm like,
have two, right?
Yeah, I look at David, I'm like, actually, let's have both of you use the uniforms, and I'll just follow in the shadows.
So you get to be Chewbacca?
Yes.
You're the prisoner they're taking in.
Oh yeah, that could work. We could do that. Do you guys want to do that?
I mean, if somebody asks, sure.
Yeah, that'll be the backup. Yeah, cool.
But only if we get to use Star Wars quotes.
Sure, David. Cool. Yeah.
I guess
what month is it?
What month is it?
Yeah.
Man, it was like
I don't think we've.
I think you're like a month and a. I think you're like a month and a half into winter.
So
like probably January
sometime.
Is it snowy here?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, that frames the scene entirely differently for me.
Yeah, well, I keep forgetting to like describe that, but it's very snowy.
That's good to know.
Yeah. Not very snowy, but like it's very much so winter.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it does mean we'll also leave tracks. So I guess it's not a huge deal, but it's something to consider.
I go,
yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's crap.
What?
It's Dreikeniggelfest. Of course they'd be celebrating.
Give me that fate point, Jared. Oh wait, you can't.
Buy me again.
What? It's January.
Right.
This is an actual thing,
point, Jared. Yeah, give me that.
I don't need a fate point. It's an actual celebration in Germany in January.
In January, like the month of January, or like a specific day in January?
Give me a day. Give me a day. What day in January is it?
No.
I have a 1:30 chance here.
Come on, Connor. Tell me the date.
No, I have the date in my head.
You can
tell me what day it is.
Tell me the date.
Like, we need to know what the date is.
Yeah, Connor.
Yeah, Jared, you tell me what date it is.
I'm still looking.
That's exactly why I'm not telling you what day it is.
It is January 5th through the 6th.
Yeah, it's January 15th.
Okay. Oh my goodness, it's Fashion Week Berlin.
No.
Never had Berlin, I guess.
International Green Week.
No. No.
Yes, these Germans are very green conscious.
Yeah.
Yeah, plutonium.
Okay, so what do you guys do?
I mean, we don't really have a lot of. Yeah, we'll just move on. I don't think there's much else to.
So you guys are planning on trying to infiltrate all together now?
I think so.
What's your purpose here? Like, what's the point?
Destroy the nukes, right? Pretty sure that's the
that's
thing.
A fair point.
No, but like
what do we do when we get there?
You're doing right now. Like, you're gonna sneak in and try to destroy the nukes, like set them off. Like, what do you?
Okay, so can we have a flashback scene here where Helen and her dad like put together some sort of like nuke neutralization device for us to just stick on them?
No. So here's the flashback. Here's the flashback. Ready? So you guys are like, oh, so we'll just sneak in and dismantle the nukes, right? And Clarence and Helen just like look at each other and just start laughing, and they're just like, no, that'll take a very long time. That could possibly take weeks.
Or like 4 bullets.
That would possibly set nukes off.
I'm pretty sure that's not how it works.
Oh, well, they didn't even know that there's like nukes in plural, so they're just like that would set the nuke off.
Oh, right, yeah. I don't think so.
No, you wouldn't set the nuke off, but you would just leak radiation everywhere.
Oh, I mean, I don't care about this place.
You guys would all die, like certainly.
Radiation is so killer. We'll just move quickly. We'll be okay.
And there always is a chance of setting it off.
False. Although the warhead uses a considerable amount.
Might not do anything anyway.
Although the warhead has a considerable amount of high explosive to initiate the chain reaction in the fission primary stage, those explosives are insensitive, meaning they're hard to set off accidentally.
Yeah.
I'm looking this up right now.
Primary explosive.
It looks like there's actually a video that I can watch how to dismantle a nuclear bomb.
Or secondary explosive.
Oh, we don't have access to.
I was gonna say, yeah.
But they would.
Clarence and Helen should know. Is what
they
are
YouTube.
They are your guys' personal YouTube. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I'm just trying to quickly learn this. Here we go. Okay, re-entry system. Remove the shot and crush it. Disconnect the warhead from the deployment module. Destroy it. Now a closer look at the warhead inside. The warhead is the primary and secondary. The primary contains explosives, and the plutonium pit. The explosives are removed and firmed. This plutonium pit, it triggers.
Yeah, so
I'm reading the captions. They might not be entirely accurate.
I've looked this up before. It takes a lot of people and a chunk of time to actually dismantle a nuclear warhead.
All you really have to do is make it so that the stuff that targets things doesn't work anymore, and then it's just sitting there. So that's fine. Let's blow up the computer.
Oh yeah, that's actually probably a better idea. Can they rig an EMP device for us? That'd be the best idea.
No.
We just fry all the electronics.
No, EMPs aren't that hard to make.
We'll just tase it.
Google's how to make an EMP device.
How to make an EMP device in the apocalypse.
I mean, they're making a spaceship.
So many watch lists.
How many people would die if I set off a nuke? No red flags there.
Can you make an EMP device? Oh, yeah. Here we go. To create a simple electromagnetic pulse, you need a disposable camera, copper wire, rubber gloves, solder and soldering tools, and an iron rod.
Caleb, how big of a blast do you think that would create?
We just need a really big disposable camera.
We just need to be right next to it.
Listen, Connor, what I'm saying is,
it doesn't matter. No matter
if you can make it with that simple of tools, they can rig something in this abandoned city. What I'm asking for is a roll. Can they make a roll?
Well, no matter what we have to do, go down there anyways. So
yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying though. Like if we have something that will actually disable things, then it makes sense for us to infiltrate.
But even if we don't, like, what else are we gonna do?
Yeah, exactly. We're not gonna charge the place.
Infiltrate. No, what else are we gonna do? Why would we come here if we didn't have some way of destroying the nuke? That's the whole point.
That's fair. So we've had like 2 weeks now.
We wouldn't have come here and been like, oh shoot, we can't do anything.
Yeah, we wouldn't have gotten this far.
Helen and Clarence were thinking they would be brought to dismantle the nukes.
See, that's what they thought 2 weeks ago.
Right?
That's what they thought 2 weeks ago. And then we were like, wait a second, we got to think this through. Can they make a roll to have made an EMP device?
Maybe we should just have that as plan A, and plan B can be the EMP device, because that's a short-term answer anyways. They can always fix the electronics.
But can they make a roll? Either way.
I'm like fumbling for like how difficult of a roll. I don't know what difficulty to set that at.
I mean, if you could make it with a disposable camera.
Because
how big of a blast? You would need such a huge blast to take out all the electronics in a facility that would be able to.
That's not what you need to do. You literally just need to fry the circuitry and the nuke and the computer that controls it, which are probably in the same building.
Yeah. We don't need to shut off the entire base
mechanism in the nuke, because they'll have to fix that, which if nothing else buys us more time. Like we can't. An EMP is not going to destroy the nuke. It's just going to destroy the electronic components, which they can replace. So it's not an answer. It's a band-aid if we can't actually destroy the nuke in some way.
So you're trying to make it so that you delay them, essentially.
I think what we need is a plan B in case we can't get them to actually dismantle the nuke properly for whatever reason.
Yeah, I think EMP device. So this is the issue. Is like I feel like a large EMP device, if we can somehow rig that, is actually the best plan A, because if we can literally shut off the entire facility, they can't even get the nukes out anymore, right? Like they're stuck here. No one's fixing this, right? If we can shut the whole thing down.
I mean, the elevator's electronic. We'd also not be able to leave.
Yes. We could figure it out. Well, someone has to stay behind and detonate it. And I volunteer.
Dibs.
There's probably like an access ladder, but
let's rock.
Actually, no, you're right. It would be Jared, because I have a wife and a kid, so that one doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the best plan A, because what happens if we get them down there to dismantle it? Well, one, we're gonna have to fight off a bunch of soldiers, but also if they dismantle the nukes, are we going to actually have the time to destroy each component? Can they just take the explosive part and take it with us? Like, is that a possibility?
Yeah, can we just take the plutonium out, stick it in a box of plutonium grade, not leaking material, and then just leave?
I mean, in the time that it'll take to do any of that, we'll have to fight and kill all of them.
Yeah, that's fine.
Not
at that point, it won't even matter.
But here's the thing, Jared. They all have to come down one elevator.
This is the issue. We need a cascading set of plans, is my point. So my thought is, we do take them with us, right? That makes sense. We take them with us. We try to infiltrate with them. But we also have an EMP device. And then we also just expect to eventually have to kill all of them. But we do it when we're at a choke point where we can keep shooting them, right? Like
okay, here's a compromise in terms of like narratively speaking. How about Helen and Clarence have been working on creating some sort of EMP device as a backup plan, but they hadn't finished it yet. So you go back and report, and everybody kind of like becomes a part of the discussion, and we have like an in-character discussion about what to do.
Yeah, so I look at them and I say, so with what you have so far, do you think you could rig it with the stuff that's inside the base? I mean, there's all sorts of electronic equipment in there. I assume with the components you already have, you could find something else to tear out of the electronics there and then make it work. Basically, I'm asking if they took the components, if they took the components with them, and we needed that to be the plan B, could you is there enough that you have right now that you could improvise the rest in the base?
All right, I'll have them make a roll to make an EMP blast big enough to destroy like the computer control room area. Okay. I think it's going to be a 6. Nah, I'll make it a 5. 8.
I give them a +1 because I have lore.
EMPs.
I give them a -1 because I have negative lore.
No, don't say that.
So Helen is helping Clarence with the roll, and you're giving him a +1 as well. Mm-hmm. So this should be +2.
They did it.
So they succeed.
That's right, boys.
You just have to get them there alive.
I mean, this is easy. Now what our plan is, you guys are taking them as prisoners. Well, okay. So first off, the plan should be, I mean, they're scientists. Do they still have like sciencey looking things on? Like, could they have lab coats with them?
Okay. You ask them that, like, would you guys have anything to disguise yourself with? And I think Clarence is just like, oh, I brought both of our lab coats. and Helen is just like, why? And Clarence is like, this is who I am. Why would I not bring clothing to distinguish
Why
me?
didn't we talk to this guy sooner? I love this guy.
Yeah, so I'm like this. Okay, so here is our plan, and I like start laying it out. I'm like, we bring them in. We have 2 soldier uniforms. The 2 of you are going to be plain soldiers. I will be in the shadows because I can make my way behind you without being noticed. Yeah, you're going to be escorting them down there, and then I look at Clarence. Does Clarence look enough like the German guy to pass off with this?
Okay,
with the key card?
Jared, what role did I give you for that? What number was it? I told you provoke. I think it was a 5.
But I think it was harder because it was provoke.
I'll make it a 4. I absolutely adore this idea. I freaking adore this idea. But his rapport is like +1.
No. Caleb could give
I give him a +1.
What's his? I mean, I'm sure it's worse, but what's his deceive?
0.
Could he use lore to try and just know how to act because he's a specialist at everything?
He has a fate point. Spend one of those fate points, Connor.
I should spend a fate point?
Well, you don't have to do it now, but like that could be an aspect you spend that on because he's a specialist.
So I'm going to use lore. Yeah. I'm going to use lore to say it's like less about how he carries himself and more just about like his knowledge of like German.
That's the right answer.
Spend a fate point.
Yeah, that's a 1. So
He gets a +1 for Caleb, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. Is he could get +1s for people who have lore to know certain answers. Then it's Helen as well. So he would get a 3.
Spend one of these,
right? Because both David and Jared don't have anything.
Yeah.
Nope.
In lore, no.
When you made that narrative, when Jared made that narrative statement, did he give me that fate point? I know I always ask this.
You only get a fate point if we invoke an NPC's aspect. That's the only time you actually get one from us.
But you're literally going to get 3 once we start, like at the end of every.
Oh, I know. I'm going to spend a fate point. Yeah, and it's going to be
actually specifically, David. It's when you compel another character with.
Oh, it's not when you invoke.
No, because you're giving Connor a fate point in the same way
to say this character would do this thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's the way it is.
So I think the aspect he invokes here is I want to save the human race. So he's determined that he wants to risk his life here in order to succeed.
Yeah, so obviously, there's an issue here because I assume the key card has like a picture of the guy in officer fatigues.
So,
well, I mean,
wait,
they have
hold
like
on
a
second.
Printer.
That's fair. Yeah, it's probably there's probably not a face on it at all, is there?
It's probably some dead American guy.
Yeah, it's probably an American guy that has been like, no. I think they do have a picture of him, but it's like,
so it's just taped on there.
Yeah, it's like not taped on there, but like what's the word? Like
glue.
Not glue. Like there's plastic over it, laminated. Yeah, I think it's literally laminated. So but it's like very obviously. Yeah, I think there was some sort of lamination, like something in the facility itself, or like around there that they were just like, well, we need to make sure we can figure out how to.
They probably have an office building.
Yeah,
they have nukes. They definitely have.
Yeah,
lamination devices.
Yeah, so they do have some sort of picture on there. But yeah, I think. Yeah, I think Clarence is like, I think I can pull this off, and
yeah, my point would be less about like him not being like, obviously he made the role,
right,
so like,
yeah.
It's the fact that he'd be dressed differently. So really, what we need to do is David or Jared needs to either David or Jared needs to wear one of the scientist robes, so the lab coats, and then he needs to be in the officer uniform.
Yep.
I could break out the black combat armor and just be like commando guy. There's got to be some.
Try that.
I'd feel more comfortable.
Absolutely, Jared. Try it.
I'd feel more comfortable if you were wearing a lab coat.
Me in a lab coat.
Yes.
This is like buff 6'5" Jared.
Yeah.
You don't want to be a buff nerd?
Not to mention, I have giant shields.
Yeah. Okay, I guess black combat armor it is.
I'll spray paint like whatever their symbol is on it.
just spray paint like the Nazi symbol,
the German flag,
like a swastika or something.
No, I'm sure they have a different sign now, right?
I mean, if they're just real German, wouldn't it just be a German flag?
I mean, you guys have the officer symbol or whatever, so you just put that on there. I don't know what it looks like. It doesn't matter. You put it on there. I'm not gonna say it's a swastika, and I don't have enough intelligence.
It's probably just an eagle.
What else it would be?
It's probably just an eagle, Connor.
How dare that's cultural appropriation? How dare they steal America's culture?
No, it's the golden eagle of Germany that's on their flag.
Okay, not the bald eagle, the golden eagle.
Or not on the flag, but on their like iconography.
Does anyone have like cool art skills among us that we haven't talked to?
We definitely have a commando, right? Who's like really good at painting. We just randomly have Carly.
Nah, you chose Maddie in this universe.
That's so awkward.
Does Carly know about that?
Yes, she does.
All right. Well, I have someone who's good at.
You know what?
What?
Who is it? Hold up a second. Brian. Ryan has a +3 to crafts, and I'm gonna say he's got some
spray painting skills.
Yeah.
Like he's the trader's wife?
Yes.
Husband? Why are they still with us?
Because David specifically didn't kill them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I said there would still be like a trial. We just haven't had it. So, I mean, we had 2 weeks.
They're not here for the plans, right?
Yeah, they are.
What?
Yeah. Why wouldn't they be?
No. I would.
They wouldn't be here when we're talking about what our plans are, Connor.
Really?
No, we wouldn't.
So you guys, so you guys have spent 2 weeks then, and you guys haven't taken a trial for them, or?
Yeah, that was my thought. Like in 2 weeks, we probably would have done something about this whole thing.
So let's just do this, Connor. Let's just say they're not here, and we don't know why yet, and we can flash back to that at some point. Either way, they wouldn't be. They wouldn't be here for the talk.
Because right now I figured it was just the 3 of us and the scientists.
Okay, well then Ryan can't help you with this, and you can't spray paint on your combat armor, Jared.
I think one of them. Which one? The lady has crafts, right? Helen.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah,
she does. I'm gonna say they aren't good at painting, though.
I mean, what does the skill say, Connor?
I don't know. I thought I was fudging it by being like they can paint.
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, it'd be a little weird if every person who could do crafts could do every kind of craft. But I mean, I guess.
That's how lore works in this game, though.
I mean,
crafts is the skill of working with machinery. It would literally be lore. You're good. You can make a lore roll to do.
That's even better.
Painting is
all. I'll roll for her. She rolls a 5.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
I mean, that's how this game deals with that stuff. It just throws all the other stuff into lore.
What's the ob?
I don't think the ob is that high. I think it's fine.
What is the ob?
It's going to be a 3, Jared. So you get for rolling too soon.
Is that just a crane advantage then, basically?
Probably, because we're trying to. Yeah. The whole point of it is to like make us more convincing, I assume, or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not America's Eagle.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay, so is there anything else that you guys are like, all right, this is our plan, this is what we're doing? Are you guys bringing anybody else in with you?
We're bringing
trying
EMP.
to keep it smaller.
I mean, I don't think we can bring anyone else in with us at this point. Like we're pushing it as it is. We need an EMP. We're bringing the scientists. We're bringing our guns. I think that's it. Yep.
And you're bringing Clarence and Helen.
Yep.
And just you 3?
Yep, I think so. We only have 2 costumes, and we're not even using one of the lab coats, so.
Okay, so this is so then Connor is just like, so I get that this is exciting and we have a plan here, but what's the point? Get in and delay them, and then what?
We're not delaying them. If this works, we're taking, in best case scenario, we literally take the plutonium with us, and they have no weapons. Worst case scenario.
So okay, Clarence and Helen then immediately say, "Oh yeah, there's no way we could take out the plutonium out of 4 nukes within even a day. That's just not possible. Like we'd have to be there for so long working on it." And the officer said they're working on it right now, right? Yeah, there's no way we could take out the plutonium.
Okay, so that's
how long would it take you if you had an entire lab worth of prisoner scientists?
Yeah, that's fair.
So let me look this up because I still think it would take a long time. I'm not 100% sure.
Is it the process that takes time, not the manpower?
But again, that was my point about the EMP.
Well, both. I think
right?
It's both.
It's like that seems like the only real option we have is to have an EMP blast big enough to literally just take out everything here, and then that wins. That we win the day that way. There's no way they can get this out.
I mean, eventually they could probably repair the critical systems, but I mean the thing
not
is,
really. Like in the apocalypse, like this high grade military equipment.
I mean,
like they literally have to strip the parts and like completely rebuild it.
Right. I mean, as long as this place hasn't been looted, which it may have been, then there isn't any reason they wouldn't have what they need. But also, it may have been looted. So
yeah, but I mean, EMP. My point is, if we get an EMP blast big enough to take out the entire military base, then there basically is no way to get the nukes out or to use this facility again, because even if they got high grade like equipment from another base, they would literally have to strip the entire thing down with materials they maybe don't even have to like literally like open up the elevators and go down hundreds and hundreds of feet like manually. Like, I don't think that's an option for them.
So,
possible.
According to InsideScience.org, to unpick a nuclear device, engineers need to know the exact sequence in which the pieces were originally put together.
Yeah, so EMP. Again, EMP is our hope here. Like, that is the best option we have, is to get them there, have them stall enough to build the biggest EMP device we possibly can with the materials that are down there and set it off. That's our plan.
Although, I mean, just to on what Connor had just said there, obviously our scientists don't know the way that it was put in. Well, I guess the other one wouldn't either.
Yeah,
I guess their scientists wouldn't know either.
So Clarence and Helen say, like, well, we thought our original plan would be to look for the blueprints, and if we could find the blueprints in the facility, then we would know exactly how they were put together.
Well, then how long would it take to do it then?
It says it doesn't give me a time. I don't know if it would give me a time. I don't know how many people have ever dismantled nuclear weapons in history, but like, it sounds like a very complex procedure and very lengthy procedure. So I'm going to say it would take at least 2 weeks for the two of them to dismantle them.
How long would it take to dismantle a nuke?
I googled that. I couldn't find an answer. I don't think they have a cut and dry, like, this is the average time. Right. You know what I mean?
I mean, honestly, if that's what Connor says, we could just go with that. That's,
yeah.
We don't need to nickel and dime it. I think in that case, it does make sense that we just need to disable this facility somehow.
Or you have to eliminate everybody inside
maybe we're thinking about this wrong. Maybe we shouldn't be trying to go for the nuke. Maybe we should just try and figure out wherever power generating facility is powering this place. We should just shut down all their power supplies, and then they won't have power, and that at least buys us time to. Well, I don't know, because they can fix that, so that's the problem, I guess. We just need to fry the
EMP.
Go to the power place, disable the power. They'll lead a bunch of them to the power place, then go downstairs.
Yeah, distraction was the other thing I was considering, but the problem is that wouldn't last like 2 weeks, right? Which is apparently how long we need.
Yeah, I think the best chance is to get them down there, build the biggest EMP we can, stall as long as we can, and then set it off.
Go down there and create the distraction. Go down there, jam the elevator door open so they have no way to get down. So we just have to kill the people down there.
We also wouldn't have any way to get out.
We'll unjam it when we need to go up.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Well, yeah, and we have to be very careful about the size of the EMP as well.
Caleb, you went down an elevator. You don't know if that was the only elevator. The facility was huge.
I know. Yeah, and I get that. I don't think that's an option. I think our best chance is to hole up somewhere, have them build an EMP, like hole up or as close to the nukes as we can get, right? Where there's going to be complex machinery or electronics that can tear apart and then rebuild into an EMP device, right? Stall as long as we possibly can until it gets into a firefight, then continue to stall as long as we can by shooting people. And then basically when we can't stall any longer, then say, all right, we're going to time this EMP to go off. And if we can time it, and if we can't time it, then Jared's going to stay behind and set it off after we've all left, after we've shot our way out.
And if that fails, I'll set them off. So
yeah.
they can't use them.
Yes. Yeah.
Like I'll just set off the nukes in the hole. So get far away.
I mean, if you did that, we can't get it far away at all. Like, we're gonna die.
I mean, I don't know what happens if a nuke goes off underground. I don't even.
Bad things, I assume.
I mean, less bad than if it goes off above.
But there are 4 of them,
yes.
I assume, right? Like,
yeah.
I mean, that's true. Yeah.
So okay. So here's So here's Connor's solution. So Connor's just like, or we raise an army.
No.
Well, we should have probably done that 2 weeks ago then.
Exactly. We're obviously far past that at this point.
And Connor's just like, not necessarily. We just go to the surrounding cities here. We split up, go to the surrounding cities, and grab every man we can. Tell them that their world is in danger, that there are nuclear devices and an army over here. In fact, the German soldiers must be looting and raiding certain places around here in order to get different resources. So they must already be a threat. Band them together.
We also know that we don't have time. They're literally working on it now.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing I point out too. I'm like, we've been like, if it's already been 2.5 weeks since we left, after having like a month, like we don't have enough time at this point. I look at him and I probably do say though, like you can try that if you want to. Like you're obviously not going to be there anyway, so go for it. Like do it, and if we fail here, then maybe you'll have enough time to get them together. But like we have to do this now.
Okay, yeah, I think Connor just shakes his head and is just like, so you guys think that just you five are just gonna win the battle against the German army? That's your plan. We all came all this way, and you guys are just deciding that everybody else is out, and you guys just get to go alone and pretend that you guys are just gonna take out the entire army and win the war.
What do you want to do? We don't have the option.
Together.
It is going to be near impossible to actually infiltrate this place with 5 of us. How do you think adding more people to that is going to help? We don't listen, Connor. I understand your point here, but we don't have enough people to storm the place, which means our only real option is to go in with as few people as possible.
Well, then we'll do this in stages. You guys get in, and we draw them out. We'll start a big fight out here.
Sure. Okay. Yes. Guerrilla warfare tactics, so they can't get a beat on you.
We're not doing this just with you 5. We're going to do this together.
I know. That's fine. I'm glad you said that. That's going to be very helpful. My point was, I didn't mention the rest of you because we need to take as few people as possible inside there. You probably want to wait at least a little while to actually start this, though, so we have time to get down.
And I think you guys want to wait a little while, too, for us to get more soldiers. We're not going to last very long up here. And if we have a sufficient force, we can draw out the whole army.
How long?
Just leave lab coats in there with you. And he like looks around. He's like, if we split up 1 week, we take 1 week.
We have been wasting. Exactly. We are wasting every second at this point. They could literally right now set these things off. We don't have.
And then you guys hear a rumbling. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Honestly, that would have been awesome.
If the nukes just all got launched.
Well, if there was a rumbling, then we had to literally race against time. I assume you can't. I assume even with the stuff here, they can't launch 4 nukes at once.
I think you could.
I mean, are there 4 nukes in the base?
That's a good point.
How many nukes are stored at each military?
I mean, they could probably
have the capacity to load more.
They're probably not following
as of 2019,
federal
the U.S. has an inventory of 6,185 nuclear warheads. So
how many could be stored in Malmstrom Air Force Base? I don't know. I'm assuming more than
one
have stored.
Yeah.
More than 4, probably.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
That's a lot of nukes.
Yeah, dude. When I was looking this crap up, I was like, "This is insane."
That seems excessive. I mean, that's more countries than we have to nuke.
Yes.
Oh boy.
So
it's probably more major cities than we would have to nuke.
Yes,
yeah, probably. I don't understand.
So yeah, I don't.
That's what it is, I guess.
Yeah. So here's the
America.
Here's I think. Sorry, let me think this through. I'm trying to include more than just Connor speaking, so I think it'd be helpful. But I don't know.
Well, if he if he says a week, I probably like say like we don't have that much time, and then we like are like standing off against each other, like kind of like frowning at each other, and then I just say you have 3 days.
I mean, if the scientists have any input of how long it'll take, that would be helpful.
I look back at
the only ones that know.
Yeah, I look back at Clarence and Helen, and I'm like, in 3 days, are you going to be able to make a bigger EMP? Is that going to give you more time to pull this off? If you have 3 days and then the material's down there, could we make an EMP big enough to blow this whole thing?
They kind of look at each other and they're like, we can try. That's what Helen says. We can try.
I think that's our best bet. Does anyone else have a better idea?
Not really.
That's what I thought.
Maybe we can find some. Nah, never mind. that would just blow me.
Okay. I think Connor's just like, all right, well, how are we splitting up? Or how about we just decide that, like, we just open up and you guys just tell me who you're with and where you are. Unless you guys are all going together. If you guys are splitting up, I don't know. But let's just leave that for like the next session. You guys just decide where you are, what you're doing, that kind of a thing.
I was gonna say, like, we obviously have like normal, like random people to recruit. But
right.
The 2 main people that I definitely want to see if we can get on our side. We obviously wouldn't have. I mean, it's going to take longer than 3 days to get to them, so it would probably be by radio communication, if anything. Would be Josh and Adam, right? Like,
yeah,
we have to. Probably one of us 3 is probably me because I have rapport. Is gonna have to like get in touch with them and try to see if we can get them on our side in this.
Okay.
Although I think probably out of character, probably wouldn't get Josh, right? I think he's still on his hiatus. Right?
I mean, yes. Basically, my point would be like I would like send something to Josh, and then Connor could tell Josh what I said, and you could say like whether or not he would join or not, right? Like, because he can just do something.
I think you reach out to him regardless. I think he probably. I'll just ask Josh if if he wants his character to be there, and we play him or what. But it's irrelevant.
Yeah.
And then for sure, I'm going to let Adam know what's going on.
Yeah, and if he could even come on for the session, that would be awesome.
Yep. And then, so here's kind of, well, I'll talk about this in the after show, but because I have some thoughts about how it will work that I'm hoping to flesh out a little bit more with you guys. But
do we have one session left of this game?
Theoretically, we could do the like 3-day period in one day. I doubt that we would do that. I especially if you guys are split up. I doubt that like the scenarios that I have thought of will be.
I feel like that's a one session thing.
I think there'll be 2 sessions, but
we can probably decide that in the after show.
That's all.
Just so we're not taking the.
I guess there's much point in us splitting away from Caleb because David and I don't have rapport.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
it's probably rapport people are focusing on the group. Like we're having one rapport person in each group.
So I have specific scenarios set up for all 3 of you to specifically so that David and Jared don't have to use rapport to try and get people to join.
Cool.
Okay.
So, but if you guys don't want to split up or don't think you would, then that makes sense.
I'm fine with splitting up as long as the scenarios aren't so long that people are being left out for a while. That's my only thought. Right. Because you were saying they might take a while, in which case we should all be there. But if they're pretty well contained, then I think that's fine.
Right.
Yeah. My thought would be like if as David said, like if we are doing split up things, if we could try to do it in one session, that probably makes the most sense. Because it would suck if it's like, well, just Caleb and David do something this session, and then Jared doesn't do anything because our scenes took so long.
That for sure won't happen. But yeah. Okay. I agree.
Cool.
So I imagine that we can probably make the finale take multiple. It will probably take multiple sessions. Yeah. I mean, there's probably at least multiple combats.
Yeah, we're not trying to rush. Exactly.
Yeah. Or we'll just all ask a day off of work and do 24-hour session.
I could do Saturday, certainly.
That's what I was thinking too.
Caleb, you have to fly to Wisconsin.
I definitely can't do that.
Couldn't do a Saturday.
I mean, I couldn't do an all day thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we'll have to pull it into pieces then, but that's fine. I'll ask if Adam can do that. And I have set things in my head too of like really cool ways to begin and end episodes. So I was like, if we do an all day thing, I won't be able to do it this way. But it might not even work out that way anyway. So all right, so let's end there, and we'll do a little after show and kind of figure out some of the technical bits.
Sweet.
Sounds good.
See you next week. Thanks for watching.